I have my uses.
Keep still. I can help you.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. And you can wield it. I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean? But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it. Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic? I'm listening. Wait. We can get straight to the undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed. Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore. There's a secret passage just here. Look at this. That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving. I know that. I'm making small talk. I'm not going to trek up this mountain in silence. Is that ominous? So you wouldn't learn Imperio earlier, but now you'll learn it to use on my best friend. I've heard Imperio leaves you a bit dazed. But other than that, I can't be sure. I simply cannot let you. Imperio? No, that's insanity. Very well. I'll teach you the Imperious curse. Anything helpful in the note? Descendo! 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 Are you all right? Crucio! Ready? Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctuagaunt's footsteps. Ridiculous! As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you. I shan't forget this. I think I can cast it if I have to. Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare, Crucio. Hold on as long as you can. It's almost as if they were waiting. Never knew spiders could make such a mess. Oh no, this isn't good. Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb? Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier? The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows. I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs. And remember, keep this place between us. Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean? She misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. I'm listening. Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. I trusted you with knowledge of this secret undercroft. You can trust me. And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too? Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic? Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he? Gringotts. When were you there? I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the Portkey, and Gringotts, and Ranrock. You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Spend as much time here as you'd like. I suppose with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs. Trust me. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. You said something was missing from what you found in the library. A portkey? To Gringotts? Pity. Didn't think you'd disappoint me with so vague an answer. Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section. Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me. Damn. The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? Where are you going? I thought you wanted to go to the restricted section. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel. Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library. Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught. Excellent. Knew I was right about you. Practice! It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization. Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it. We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood? Did they see us? Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks. Why would the door lead us here? Watch yourself. You look a bit weak. Oh dear, you don't look too well. You're looking rather weak. I hope you're not getting ill. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today. Wish we had some liquid luck. Let's see what we can find. Hold on. Goblins. We may want to double back. Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium. Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd. If Mr. Oakes was here, there's no sign of him now. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way. They've been digging for something. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. Bold spell choice. I won't tell. Huh. I see you've put the curses I taught you to good use. If at all. She took away the pain. You can wield it. You have the ability. Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you. We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do. What you can do. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne. You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. What do you mean? You saw what she did. So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory. I don't follow. Please. Talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne. Boiler doors usually need to be lit to operate. This one's probably no exception. Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. Ominous. I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. Oh, I think 3 nudges at least. The fewer Ashwinders about, the better. Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional. Huh. A stairwell. Next time you need a partner for crossed wands, don't hesitate to call on me. We do so adore restricted areas, don't we? I delight in a bit of danger myself. But take heed. There's a chance we could get caught. No use hesitating. We shouldn't go in there. Which is exactly why we should. There's a special joy in going where you shouldn't. I won't give up. See you soon. See you outside the restricted section. I can't blame her. I couldn't really blame any of you if you gave up on me entirely. You all believed in me, and I let you all down. Ominous spoke with Anne about what happened with my Uncle Solomon. She believes I should pay for what I did. I am glad for that. But I still have hopes that Anne may in time understand what happened and come to forgive me. But she won't turn me in. She said the guilt I'll have to live with is punishment enough. The thing is, I think I've lost my sister, my twin, forever. She refuses to even see me. I realize I can't undo what's been done, but I can try every day to make up for it. I owe you and Ominous everything for standing by me. Seems so long ago. Thank you. I have no idea what's to come, but I'm grateful for your friendship. I hope you're right. You'll be the height of fashion. Don't start. Perhaps that was it. and the rest of the tomb will be insect-free. Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk. Please, be careful. The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore, bone piles must be what we need. Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on. How perceptive. Thank you. We're making quick progress. You and I are unstoppable. That bridge has seen better days, and is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb. Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain. I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there. That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can. I've thought about what you told me in the Great Hall. I would like to speak with you. Meet me in the undercroft as soon as you can. I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologise. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece. I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the undercroft. I found something. I pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favourites. As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. I hear Rookwood lost his hippogriff. Because of you. I hear Gringotts got back their cursebreaker. How fortunate. Mr. Moon. He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. I was not expecting to find a troll here. Although I shouldn't be surprised. Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones. I didn't want to fight, but I didn't want this either. Ominous, Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio. You'd better go. The gate! I think we're locked in. Again. I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join? No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne. A ladder. Not sure I want to know where this leads. Why bother blocking a stairwell? This must be Arrynshire. We'd better keep an eye out for spiders. That's not what I meant. We're just not getting answers. I need answers. For Anne. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information. I'm glad you came. Ugh. Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions. Fine, I'll defer to your keeper friends, for now. But I don't like it. It's certainly not something I'd hoped we'd have in common. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade. Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this. I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, now go. Good luck in your search. Why would I do that? Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to? I like having friends who are in my debt. Nice work. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. We certainly cleared the room. Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery. What do you have there? Just as I can control the Inferi. I told you! The relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. I'll be on my way. You can thank me later. All better then? It's going to be difficult. What is it? There they are. Let's go. No matter what happens from here. I'm glad we met. Hold on! I shan't let death come for you. I faced this situation before. I can help you. Damn it! Stay with me! Don't give up! Let me help you. And here we are. Name any book. Bet you a galley and I already know it. Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She's a good one to know. Almost as good as if I'd done it myself. Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get. The way through. It's open. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
You made it.
Over here. I do that. Occasionally. Remember, 3 braziers are involved. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Brilliant. Someone's trapped in that well. You're here. Good. The nerve. Taking over a castle. Be wary. There'll be more of them.
Levioso! 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 Levioso!
Nice teamwork. Well, that's one way to put it. Quickly, inside. We need to move. Now. What? Talking to Victor Rookwood. It worked. I think there's a path up there. But the stairs are in a shambles. Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place. Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Flying like that is dangerous. And delightful. Ha! You're a natural.
Mind your grasp, and don't look down. I'd advise against opening that one. Tends to howl. Dreadful noise. That worked. Keep going.
Defindo! 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 Defindo!
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken. Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet. Well, what did he say? She got to her favourite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. She was carefully organising her prized possessions, a box of artefacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewellery, cards, old photographs. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet. Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help. Look at this place. Not really my style. A bit much, if you ask me. May I have a look? Another gate. We'll solve it in no time. Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous. You shouldn't let your disillusionment charm lapse. Annoying little beasts, aren't they? Well, you tried. That counts for something. Can't get out of here quick enough. I'm glad you came. All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. Let's look at the gate and the symbols again. Reparo may be the answer here. Following floating candles into the Forbidden Forest? Well then, after you.
Protego! 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 Confringo! 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 Confringo!
I suppose talking to that magic well paid off in the end. But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Word has it, you outflew Imelda Reyes. Bet she loved that.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
Till next time.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realise. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet. There's more to this than even I imagined. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. I should tell you. Rumour is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders. That's the spirit. Before we trudge on further, I've just realised something. Did you find something? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you. I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it. Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight. Ridiculous notions of ownership. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught. The brazier. When the door closed, it lit up. Let's meet later, at the undercroft. All right? Please, I'm not myself right now. There's so much to be seen outside the castle walls.
Looks like we aren't the only ones out enjoying the day.
Now, we can have a look around in peace. I was hoping to see you. Spare a moment? I'm glad you came to Hogwarts. Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work. I cannot believe the journey this triptych took us on. I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists. Very well. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it. I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this? I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. I finally realised what it was that struck me about that triptych.
I take it you found everything on your list?
He just doesn't understand. And I did want to worry him all over again. I never wanted to keep all this from Ominis. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path. That was a piece of work. Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Isn't this incredible?
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in. You found something. Turn me in. You'll never believe what I've learned. That relic was going to save Anne. Had it in for that one, didn't you? Perhaps try casting at them in a different order. And be as quick as you can. Seems you knew your aunt knocked you well. Odd that you've never spoken of her. Good form. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl. I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I have no idea. But we're here for the relic. Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake. I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. There he is. Good luck. They know we're here. Blast! They saw us.
Huh. They're onto us. Not as stupid as I thought.
This is going well. We do at that. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Must be something around here somewhere. Perhaps we can find something to levitate. And don't feel sorry for Ominis. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good. I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll. We must remain unseen. Silent as a grave. Quietly now. Here we are. My sister should be just inside. Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets. This must be it. You're here. Brilliant. If this is Mr. Oakes' campsite, we're in for trouble. I grew up with goblin raids on our hamlet, but I never imagined they'd attack the school. Goblins. How pathetic.
Thought they could take the school.
I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins. Exactly. We'll be fine, though. All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood. Perhaps completing the triptych will shed more light on all of this, and we're much more fun to fight with. For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for. You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know. The good news is I do, in fact. We're in for more trouble. Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through? Should we head there now? A friendly goblin. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Who is that? Why? Oh, I do know when to stop. Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Why would I listen to someone so ignorant? A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard. They should not be underestimated. What are you doing? Get over here. Psst. I'm behind the bookcase. What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too. Sneaking around has its appeal. Should have thought to conjure stairs. Those are certainly monstrous. Like the blasting curse. Anyway, the undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to. Away from prying eyes. And even practice otherwise forbidden spells. You sound like Ominis. He frowns upon using forbidden spells. Although he did enjoy learning this one. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students. His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. My thoughts exactly. Glad you understand. No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominis cannot abide them. As he'll be the first to tell you. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard. He does. No idea how, though. Ominis was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominis. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Careful. We don't want to end up like our poor friend back there. One's at the ready. This way. Every dial seems to be getting more difficult, but we've made it this far. Don't give up. I must get out of here. He's this way. We couldn't jump high enough to reach that ledge if we tried. That troll certainly made a mess of things. Debris everywhere. There's no clear way forward. I thought my owl might pique your interest. And now for the moment of truth. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo. Something's going on over there. Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Well done. It's breathtaking. I'd imagine we'd need to find all 3 rune symbols to open the door. All the gates have symbols. And there are symbols on the dial. What did you find? Try using Accio to bring that bone pile to the archway. His journal left behind. This can't be good. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up. You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologise for my uncle. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow. Always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. I'll go and see what he wants. What is it? I haven't changed my mind. What? Ominous. She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war. We're making quick work of them. Keep at it! We'll wear them down eventually. Seems our feet haven't been cursed. That's a good sign, I suppose. Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Tortured faces on the door and crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. Very well. Wish me luck. You seem to be in Ominous's favour. Will you ask him about this? That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. Ominous, about your aunt. Tread lightly. We are unwelcome guests here. At least there's no Peeves in the library to ruin things this time. Ah, going where we shouldn't. Again. We've got more to solve ahead. There are hostile foes ahead. Keep an eye. I doubt what's ahead is friendly. Enemies up ahead. We must be careful to avoid them. This is looking rather dire, isn't it? You'll not win here! We've got them! They'll retreat! We'll make them retreat! Are you in pyjamas? It worked! It's opening. I don't think anyone's been here for ages. A rune symbol! Above the cavern door. Bombarda! Is that all you've got? Stupefy! These runes must be connected somehow. Try casting at them more quickly. Find me in the undercroft when you have news. And thank you. Roland's in the wrong business entirely, in my opinion. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself. Bombarda! That spell got my attention. That's the last of the spider sacks. Is finding these chests luck or instinct? I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind. And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle. See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest, look! Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Perhaps we can mend the bridge to get across the chasm. Every beast will be better off now. Try lighting that furnace. It must be connected to the boiler door. What is it? This is what we've been chasing. You're supposed to protect us! Nothing pleasant about this coast. Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome. Not the welcoming sort, was he? Fig has taken a liking to you. I've tried asking about his subject before, but he was always too busy. It's not easy to gain a hippogriff's trust. Riding a hippogriff must feel majestic. Was rubbish anyway, I'm sure. Ha ha! I'm glad you like to have a bit of fun. If you must, don't get caught now. I might have done the same. You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. And I'm glad we did it. Because in the spellbook I also found something else. I'm glad you agree. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand. When I know more, I shall send an owl. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. Precisely. Be on your guard. We shall have to keep a lookout for more of these. I wonder how many there are. I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne, as we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him. I try. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch. Something's happening. I'm out of breath after all of those stairs. But the view! Well worth it. You can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students. Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Outside the library, after dark. Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is, if you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. A portkey to Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow. He can't get it himself? And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky. There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Ranrock! And when were you at Gringotts? So, why were you looking for me? You want to show some initiative. You can't be serious. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about, unfortunately? But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. I've always thought Thestral's pulling a carriage a bit grim. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Most notably that dragon attack, though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all. Congratulations. Nothing quite like your own broom. A graphorn? Well, no one can accuse you of not travelling in style. Lost your broom? How in Merlin's beard did they find a graphorn? It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. You have to mean it, but I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you. I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. This way, I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister. Anne, my friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. Bit of a cave-in? I'm sure we taste better than a goblin dinner. Perfect. The Three Broomsticks is just this way. I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll. Even with their height advantage, no troll stands a chance against you. I saw a boiler door on our way down. Perhaps we should take a closer look there. There has to be more to it than that. Tell me, well, what happened back there? Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it? Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before. Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? A ladder. That's what we need. It is. And that was relatively fun. And the fun is over. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Bombarda may be the way to go. The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead. That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts? Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic? Not too much further now. Did you know that when muggles look at Hogwarts, all they see are ruins? Oh, a lock. You'll make short work of this. An unlocking charm should do the trick. Bother, it's one of those locks. We've still not seen a single rune symbol. An unwelcome distraction at that. I'd wager the sarcophagi can be opened. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway. There may be something to this pile of rubble. This room is taller than it looks. Why couldn't she have kept all her journal entries in one place? Hold your wand steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear. If we have to fight them, I shall stand with you. See them? I doubt they're friendly. Blast. Why am I not surprised they're here? Well done. I believe it's dead. You can cast Lumos if you need to. Just be quiet about it. Blast. A part of me had hoped it'd be cheerier on the inside. I have something to tell you. You'll want to see where this might lead. We should move on. Gaunt. Ominous. Your family was here. You knew? And didn't tell me? Well, 3 heads are better than 1, and by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous. This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described. Another rune symbol. Feel as if I should be fluent in runic language by now. And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see? Well, this is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. Rackham? I haven't heard his name before. She seems to have been everywhere. They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Ha ha! They had little chance against a foe of your caliber.
They're defeated. You performed well. Impressive. You're more powerful than I had imagined.
Ha! They were no match for you.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us. Not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. If I hadn't known how to cast it, I can't think right now. I need to leave. Of course. I can't think right now. I need to leave. I could teach you. The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it. There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel. Ready for another round? Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged. Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. We could tiptoe around or take them head on. You know which I'd choose. I understand what you're saying. I do, but did we do the wrong thing? I know. But not like this. Only one way to find out.
I'll wait here for you.
Very well.
I suppose we can take a break. Feel free to explore. We have time.
I'm handling it. Oakes is an experienced trader. He marked that map for a reason.
Your arrival stirred up the most excitement since the Grindylow incident in the prefect's bathroom. And that was something.
I'm sorry about Fig. He was fortunate to have you. Did you hear that? I thought we wanted the same thing. Wait. For what? Ugh. Why are you suddenly so cautious? Fine. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you. Oh, your goblin friend?
You know, it's tradition to tell all the first years that there's a troll that lives under this bridge. I have to admit, it is quite picturesque out here. Babbling brook and all.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You know which one I'd choose. There was nobody else. I came alone. But charming. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. After you. I hope that's the last spider. I'm ready. Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed. Professor! Good to see you here. Quickly now! Ranrock's loyalists are everywhere. A few more hits should do the job. That's right, you lumbering lout. Agreed. I did it for her. What? Turn me in? She saw what happened. Appears some of these stone tablets have 2 rune symbols. That has to mean something. Thanks to this one. Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood? What are you not telling me? Single-handedly took down a troll. Lumos. 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 Lucky. Ominous said he's spoken with Anne. I wonder if she'll see me. I'll find out and send word when I know more. As for what happened in the catacomb, I've not stopped thinking about it. Perhaps we could meet soon. There's much I wish to say. I hope so. I'll let you know. I heard a rumour that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if you faced quite a fight. I realise the same should be done for my uncle. I hope Anne agrees to see me. I have a lot to think about. Let's speak again soon. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honoured him well. Fig will be well remembered. Can't believe we lost Fig. I didn't know him as well as you did, but I know he was a good man. Wait! What are you saying? This can't be. It was the Loyalists. It's always been them. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins. Thank you for telling me. It wasn't a goblin. I suppose I owe you an apology. I wish the same could have been done for my uncle. I wonder if there's a chance Anne would meet me. All this time I thought goblins were the enemy. But it was never that simple. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honoured him well. Fig will be well remembered. So he cursed her. And she's never been the same. So cruel. Rookwood deserved what he got. Perhaps one day. I can't go round telling you all my secrets now, can I? Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle? It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see. Places to discover. You still haven't told me how you became so good at duelling. I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. That's when I realised something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realised what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous, and we'll only give this a chance if he's on board. I shall let you know when the 4 of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well from what I understand. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now. Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us. It'll be worth the risk. I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. Could it be? Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, from what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them. So I must assume it's still here. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. It's worthy of further study. Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you? This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. I saw movement higher up in the keep. We should find our way there. We have some spectators. The trials are popular.
This should be easy.
Try mending the stairs. Reparo should work.
Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record. Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you, trying to brew a polyjuice potion. You'd better begin soon. They take weeks.
We need to find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. This can't be a dead end. Must be another floor above us. Thestrals overhead. Some consider them a bad omen.
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year? Is everything all right, sir?
What did, Mr. Moon?
You're nothing but a common charm grinder. Your face could be mistaken for a mandrake. Nothing but a weakling. Don't make me use my wand.
That furnace could be promising.
Is it true you saved a child? Well done.
Not a bad reward for a little stroll through the forest. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Very well. But do keep this between us. It's known as the torture curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. If I were you, I'd be begging for more details. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse? There's more to dark magic than people realise. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Fair enough. Trust me. It's not as easy as you might assume, thinking straight when you've been hit with Crucio. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But Ominous won't help me, so perhaps you can. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Protego. That complicates things. Dark, ominous corridors. My favourite. Come on, that was a good one. We have to fight! It seems the dial moves faster than before. Perhaps check you're matching the correct symbols. Try levitating that crate to the right spot. This place is odd, to be sure. But I'm fascinated by it. How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here? Never mind. Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Hold on now.
Give it a try.
Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet. Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
See there? That's the door we need to reach. I'll let you lead. That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas? Ominous, I'm sorry.
I know.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium. Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. All I heard was rewards. Keep going. Watch out! Look out!
The relic!
You'll pay for this! Solomon, don't! We need something sturdy to stand on. Till then, could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really. I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But Ominous won't help me, so I'm hoping you still can. You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on, focus your wand movement. When it comes to unforgivable curses, your attention must be clear. You have to mean it. Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I surmise if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, we need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment. Of course, it's worthy of further study. Really? Interesting. Brilliant. Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Must be something around here that can help. We're in the clear. No need to stay invisible any longer. Well, if it isn't the tree from the map you found in that well. Fair enough. Suppose I'm up for a challenge. They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I wouldn't put it past them. But I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Couldn't agree more. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire. Worried someone had been hurt, she came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. My thoughts exactly. Shall we have a look around? Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run. And at Rookwood Castle. This is where it happened. I see light coming from behind that wall. Likely a way through. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one. Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Peeves, don't you... Unbelievable. Perhaps try Reparo. I bet the Thestral nest's close by. Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. That's it! Seems as if something's missing. Your willingness to use powerful spells is admirable. You're more powerful than you let on. Exceptional. You'll have to teach me that. My. Such magic. We've seen rune symbols like these before. Is this your first foray into the village? Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? My new charge. Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Mr. Hill was just singing your praises. Are you ready to get going? I'm ready to get going whenever you are. Shall we continue on? Hogsmeade awaits. I'm all for stopping to smell the roses. But could we hurry this along? You know, the sooner we get to the village, the more time you can spend there. We should keep moving. It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why. Don't forget to use the disillusionment charm if you need it. Remember that spell I taught you? The disillusionment charm. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished, and a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits. Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. That's a lot of bone rattle. No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely? You're being awfully cryptic. Could this be another area Isadora created? Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things. It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you. Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. Did you find what you were looking for? Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around. It's as if we're meant to be here. Woo! Woo!
I hope he knows that hasn't changed. We've always looked out for each other, Ominous and I. I have no clue what to make of that run-in with Mr. Moon. I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there. Nice work. How's it feel? You'll get used to it. I wasn't looking forward to the trek back out of here into Hogwarts. Those ancient magic passageways of yours do come in handy. How's the view? What are you doing up there? Very well. Now remember, your intention matters, and be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Crucio. Let's speak again soon. Very well. Oh, which one? Are there any other curses you'd like to learn? Very well. Be very precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Imperio, of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. After all that's happened. Very well. You need to be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. What did my uncle expect me to do? I acted in the moment. That's all. If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister. You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts. How can you say that? You just used the Imperious Curse on Ominous. The Imperious Curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her. Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up. I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Already knew that. Well, I suppose... No, that is not helpful. Not sure what I did to deserve that. I wonder what hippogriffs are doing this close to the school. We're just off to Hogsmeade. Our new friend's never been. Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her? Thought we were better than that! Nice work. Your skills never cease to surprise me. Off we go again. What was I saying? Oh yes, so as I was just saying, the Wanderer returns. Now, where were we? I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's, possibly with a wand, no less. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. I tried to warn you. I confessed. That was a bit more than I'd bargained for. Let me guess. Ominous is being as stubborn as ever. Imperio! Saved my sister! I'll be in touch. Till then, we should clear out these spiderwebs. They always seem to be in the way. Must run in the family. Rumours about the manor have run rampant for ages. I can see why. It's in a terrible state. I was thinking about dead goblins, but I didn't. But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead. Raiding, I imagine. This mountain used to safeguard local hamlet valuables. This can't be your first duel. I'm certainly glad Sirona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Another barrier. We can blast through it, I'm certain. Not scared to muddy your hands, are you? Don't be concerned on my account. I didn't see a thing. That's one way of expressing yourself. Oh dear. Try not to make a mess, will you? Honestly, I can't blame you. Perhaps the symbols on another gate will match this dial. I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to. Excellent. Hello. I do hope I see you at one of my matches soon. Hello there. How do you do? It's nice to see you, my friend. What happened with Ominous? I suppose we know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders. Enhanced your broom, have you? Impressive. Perfectly good thing to spend your galleons on, a new broom. I'm almost jealous. Fell in my first year, and I still have nightmares. This is the best way to appreciate the lake if you ask me. Warm and from a distance. Do you know,
There are parts of the castle I still haven't seen. The place is absolutely massive. He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook. I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk. What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please. Here we go. What are we getting into now?
What have you done?
No! I won't let her suffer. Avada Kedavra!
Oh, Anne.
You've done it.
You captured Victor Rookwood. I bet that was a duel worth seeing. Well, let's see where the thing leads us, shall we?
What do you mean? When?
Pardon you.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through. But the triptych pointed us here. I wish you could see one of her memories. Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret.
Wasn't expecting that.
They got what they deserved. Can I help you? The keepers. Like in Quidditch. And you found a pensive in the library. I'm not following you. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg. Who? What do you...
Let me see if I've got this straight.
You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Adelaide mentioned her Uncle Roland's camp may lie near Brockborough, past the river.
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Anyway, we're nearly there.
Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
It may take a while to get the feel for it.
I see a way out. Did you speak with my uncle? Good news?
I'll send you an owl when I have news. Damn, we've been seen. They've spotted us.
No point in hiding now.
Ready to learn a thing or two? What did you do?
I never accept defeat. I'd say those dueling skills came in rather handy, wouldn't you? They're defeated. As expected. Ha! They were no match. Not even a scratch.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Well, that was impressive.
What was that?
Nicely done. Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack. Quickly, we need to do something to distract her. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found. Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honour.
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room.
A demi-guise.
I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it.
I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state.
I'm through planning.
Try casting at them more quickly. Or in a different order. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
I actually grew up near here. Not sure I appreciated it when I was younger. Lovely day for a stroll. I'll give you that.
Never! I can never accept it. Anne, I'm sorry, but we haven't tried everything. Aha! Hey! You don't know. You do know. Anne has no one.
I regret everything I did. I know what I did was wrong. I only hope she can forgive me. That everyone can forgive me.
You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne. Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. Thank you. You're a good friend, truly. I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to. Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous. It was good meeting you. Good luck today. Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. Ha ha! That is a conversation for another time. A spellbook I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape? Indeed. And how did you escape? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our Assigned textbooks? Not everyone has a ministry escort to school. Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right. Still, impressive. Nice meeting you too. Good luck today. I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone. Why am I not surprised? Spiders! How fitting. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.